Hello, we're going to make a pie filling today, and I have a guest helper, Thomas J. What are we going to make today, Thomas J?
Apple cranberry pie.
Apple cranberry filling for a pie. So exciting. We made the pie crust the other day. You have to go back, look, and subscribe to my channel, and then find pie crust. And today, we're going to use this little happy winter whisker. That's not a whisk, it's a spatula. And we're going to make the inside to an apple cranberry pie. You can do the same thing for an apple pie, just don't add the cranberries. So we're going to make this pie filling. He is my pie apple peeler. He's so excited about this. Are you excited about this?
Very.
He's very excited about this. So we have this handy dandy apple peeler and core slicer, and he's going to do these. He's the best at it. I'm going to show you this, and I will give you the recipe. So hold on, here he goes. How do you do this, Thomas J?
Well, you have to make sure that you center the apple onto the tongs so that the center of the apple will go through the hole and core it properly. And you simply wind it through, and as you can see, well, it's supposed to begin slicing.
Peels, cores, and slices all at the same time. I'll show you how to do it if you don't have one of these.
But then you still have to slice the apple into quads.
Just in half.
Making sure that you get any pieces of peeling off of it.
He's putting them in a bowl.
Ow! No, just joking.
No. Don't cut yourself. That's my job. So today we're using, I usually use Golden Delicious. Use a good baking apple. Don't use Red Delicious or anything that's good to eat that are too sweet, they're too juicy. Use these today I'm using are called Golden, use a tart apple. I use Golden Delicious usually. He'll peel these up just in a jiffy. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna show you what else we're gonna add to that bowl, and then we'll get this just all done, mixed up so snazzily. Okay, to the bowl with the apples. You don't want them to turn brown. That's disgusting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some lemon juice, just plain old lemon juice. We're gonna add about I don't know if you can see the bowl, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Just, just pour it all in there. And after about every 2 apples or so, just flap them around so 1 cup of granulated sugar. And we're going to add cinnamon. It's about a tablespoon of cinnamon. You're going to shake it until it looks like about like that. Can you see that there? We're going to add a 1/2 cup of flour, and the flour takes the juice, and when the apples start getting soft, it'll thicken that juice up so your pie isn't all runny. Okay, if you don't have one of these handy dandy apple peeler core slicers, first of all, I suggest that you get them. They're less than $20. You can get them at many hardware stores actually, but if you don't have one of them, never fear. You have a potato peeler usually and a paring knife, right? So this is what you do. You get your apples and you peel them. Just peel it up. Just get it good and peeled up. And you can peel it like a potato. You can peel it however you want. Just, give it a good peel. You're only making 1 pie. You're peeling 8 or 9 apples, depending on the size of them. If you go to the store and you buy a bag of, those 3-pound bags of apples, that'll be a good for a pie. So you get it good and peeled. Don't ever put your peels down a garbage disposal. And then cut it in fourths. And once you get it cut in fourths, then give it a good in and down. Cut that core out. And then you'll have, you know, what looks like this, you know, like when you're cutting it up for your kids for lunch or, you know, for you. And then cut it in slices right into your bowl like that. Then once you get all your apples into your bowl, then give them a stir. So in this bowl, you have your apples and your lemon juice. You have a cup of sugar. You have about 2 tablespoons of your lemon juice, of course. You have half a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, about a tablespoon or so of cinnamon to taste, and then it looks like this. Now what you're going to add, if you want, you can add your cranberries. You know, ocean spray cranberries when they're on sale at Thanksgiving time. Get a bag, throw them in your freezer. You don't have to do anything with them. Throw them in your freezer, then get them out. Add about a handful of cranberries. A handful, that doesn't look like enough. Maybe a handful or 2, depending on the size of your hand. Make it look like that. Come here and look at it. Sure, it looks good. Stir those in as well. It makes a beautiful pie, first of all. Gives the apples a little zing. It just makes them look just so beautiful. That's your pie filling. So you put it in there, put it in your pie crust, double layer pie crust, put it in, dab it with about 2 tablespoons of butter. And then you're gonna bake this, an apple pie like this. You put it in for 15 minutes until the pie crust gets good and brown. Cover the edges of your pie crust and put it in at 425. And then turn it down to 350, and a pie about this is going to take about an hour. So you put it in for 15 minutes, turn it down, check it after 40 minutes. You put your fork in there and see if the apples are crunchy. Whoo, leave it in there longer. Nobody wants to put in a fork into a piece of pie and go, oh, your apples are still crunchy. Ah. Keep it in there until your apples are soft. The flour that's coated all over your apples are going to make that juice tighten up in there. Put it in there until your apples are soft. It might take an hour. It might take an hour and 10 minutes. But to make sure your apples are soft. So that's, you can put the cranberries in it or not. You can put raisins in it. Apple raisin pie is good. Or just plain apple, it's fine. So that's what it looks like. There you go. Okay, so you'll remember when the pie crust, when I was talking about filling, that here's my pie crust. I made my pie crust, and we're ready to put the apples in. So here's the pie crust. It's a deep dish, so you have to make it big enough to go around the edges. And we have the apples and the cranberries all ready. So we're gonna put it in the pie crust. Just plop them in there. You don't want to pack them in, but you know, you just get them in there all good and looby, all down in there. All the juice, making sure that it all gets in there. All so nice in there. Make sure the cranberries get down in there and all distributed evenly. And then on the top, we're going to put some pats of butter, because everything needs a little bit of butter. And you have a lot of apples, and they'll kind of come over the top, but they'll cook down and just be just so delicious. Just makes the pie crust at the top just kind of like poof up a little bit, and oh, lusciously delicious. There you go. Everybody loves a good apple pie. This one's for Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving here. And here we go. So you have to have pumpkin pie, but you have to have apple pie too, right? So there we go. So you don't want to break those up. You just get them all evenly distributed like this. Then you get your stick of cold butter, and you put some dabs of butter, about maybe a half a tablespoon at a time, 6 blobs of it all over the top of it. Just, you know, you don't have to measure it out, just a chunk of butter over 5 or 6 places. I guess I only do 5, just over there, and then just spread it out like this. Then we're going to roll the other half, the other top out, and put it on the top. Okay, so let's put the top on. I rolled this other pie crust out, made sure it was big enough, bigger than the edge. So I rolled it out, so let's fold it in half. Put it on top, halfway or so, over the edge. Unfold it. There we go, nice and big. And then we go around, taking the top over the bottom, like that. All the way around, so it's gonna seal any juices that try to escape. Try to seal them back in there. Some of them will escape, and that's fine. Turn it around, top over the bottom, all the way around. Then we're gonna go around and we're gonna crimp them all in anyway. Some people like to do a lattice on top of their apple pies. I just do a double crusted pie. Tom loves my pie crust, so I just make all kinds of crust. So then you're gonna go like this, thumb around the finger, boink, 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 all the way around. So you can watch me here. Finger, then you put your thumb in the last one and pinchy, 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 all the way around. Pinchy, 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 pinchy. Thumb in the last one, pinch around. Thumb in the last one, pinch around. I'm going to get an overhead camera so you can watch this one day. Thumb in the last one, pinch around. All the way around. Makes a beautiful flute. I don't think it's called a flute. Beautiful something. Edge of the pie crust. Then get your knife. Right here's the knife. La, la, la. And you cut some points at the top. Let the steam escape. It also makes a good edge, a guide to where to cut the pieces. Then you have a little cup of milk hanging around. Put your fingers in there because that's what God gave them to you for. You don't need a pastry brush. And you dab, 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 all over the top like this. Dabbing everywhere on the top because that's going to make a beautifully browned crust. Just so pretty. And then what are we going to add on top, everybody? Sugar. Now, some people mix, for apple pies, some people mix some cinnamon sugar together. Nope, not me. Just sugar. Sugar, 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 and more sugar. So just get it all good and milked. And then, of course, remember your bar mop. Got to have a bar mop around. Oh, ha ha, you are sitting on top of my sugar. So, boop, you have to lift you up, get you out of the way, and get me my sugar. And on the pie, sugar it up all over the pie like this. Put sugar all over it because that sugar makes it so beautiful and browned. And then, I don't know what that was, maybe half a cup. No, a fourth of a cup. I mean, I like sugar, but that half a cup's a lot. Then we're going to put it in the oven at 425 for 15 minutes. And during that 15 minutes, you're going to clean your kitchen. And then after 15 minutes, you're going to put a little thing to keep the edge from burning and turn it down to 350 until those apples are soft, maybe 50 minutes, something like that. And that's what you cut those holes there for. You're going to put a fork in there to feel them and let the steam escape. And we'll check it out after that. Oh, it's going to be, and then the juices, when they come out, they're going to be like, oh, bubbling eagerly. That's when you know it's ready to come out. It'll be great. So we'll come back and check it after 15 minutes. So good? Great. See you then. Okay, so I have the apple pie in the oven and I have my pumpkin pie in the oven. So this video will be on both of those pie filling things. So they've been in the oven here for 40 minutes. After 15 minutes, we turned it down to 350 and covered the edges up. So we're going to look at them now and see how they're doing. Okay, so you look in here. Ooh, they're just so pretty. We're going to pull them out. You can see that the apple pie has not started dripping yet, which means it probably isn't juicy enough yet to come out. So we're going to pull these both out. Put the foil underneath. Now, if you look, let's look at the pumpkin pie first. Oh my goodness, don't you see how this is? Listen. Oh, doesn't that sound great? Now, you stick this in. Oh, those apples are still hard. So this is all going in for another 10 minutes. The apple's probably going to go for 20. But see, we covered the edges up because that was so beautiful and brown, and this is protecting it so it doesn't get burnt. Beautiful pies, just need some more time. So the pumpkin will probably just take another 10. The apple's probably going to take another 20. Okay, so apple pie is ready. Let's take a look at him. Here he is. He's all ready. It's been about an hour. This big guy's ready. So take a look. Take a look at that beautiful color. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Couldn't eat it right now. Super hot, but look at this. You can hear it. Oh, looks beautiful. And you can see these holes. The steam's coming out. You can see also that it's down below some of the juice. See here, some of the juice has come out. It means it's come out here. You can see here, some of the juice has snuck out. That's good, because that means the apples have softened. And if you take your fork, find one of the holes and you stick it down. Oh, see, soft, soft. Oh yeah, soft. That means done. You see the steam. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Put it out, let it cool. Don't cover it until it's completely cold, because if you covered, then the steam is going to make the pie crust moist, ruin this sound. You don't want to ruin that sound. You want that beautiful color and you want that sound. Let it cool completely before you cover it. That's it. Beautiful pie. Happy pieing.